Alexander with another segment of Being Informed. I am here today with Mr. Mike Trafton, who has been appointed the CEO of Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We're going to talk about Mike and what's inspired him to go in this direction after being the chief of police for the city of Joliet for a number of years. Mike, how are you today?
I'm great, Julie. How are you?
Okay, I am absolutely wonderful today. Mike, tell me a little bit about Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Well, first of all, I can't thank you enough for being here and getting the word out about Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
You're welcome.
It's a wonderful organization. We're Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And it's not just of Joliet, not even of just Will County, but we also service Grundy County and Kankakee County.
Oh, okay.
So, 3 counties that we're servicing with a relatively small office. So we do the best we can, with what we have.
Is this the headquarters
This
right
is the
here?
headquarters in
Okay.
Joliet, 417 Taylor.
Okay.
Stop by and see us, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, tell me a little bit about the appointment. Now, I read in the Herald News, big, beautiful write-up about you, and congratulations,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Thank you.
And I was just so excited for you and happy for you. So tell me about that.
Well, Julie, I think I retired from the police department
Absolutely.
2 years ago, roughly,
Mhm.
as chief of police, and took some time, did a lot of traveling with my wife.
I know.
So we
Right.
had a great time,
Mhm.
But I always stayed involved in the community. I was on the Forest Park Community Board, on the Joliet Park Foundation Board.
Mhm.
I'm on the ALS Association, near and dear to my heart. I'm
And
on
you just ran for an
Right.
office recently.
the Park District, right.
Okay.
So all these things, to keep you busy and stay involved. And I was lucky enough that this opening came along in
Okay.
Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I love my community. I don't
Okay.
think that's any
Yeah,
secret to anyone.
Obviously, yeah. uh-huh.
And this opportunity came along, and luckily enough, I was chosen
Okay,
to
good.
head the organization. And it's a great organization. My predecessor, Lisa Lass, who is now at the State's Attorney's Office at the
Oh.
Child Advocacy Center,
Okay.
has done a wonderful job here, and you just don't want to screw things up.
Absolutely. You want to keep it going, right?
Right, keep the train
Okay.
moving. Right.
Okay, so what inspired you to do this? This question is for a good friend of mine, Karen Ward.
I know Karen.
She asked me yesterday to ask you what inspired you.
Well, Karen inspired me.
Did you hear that, Karen? You inspired me.
Really,
Yeah.
it's the kids of Joliet, the kids everywhere, not just of Joliet. When you think about it, in my previous job, I saw what happens when kids aren't mentored, when kids don't have parental influence. They don't have that coach, they don't have that teacher, they don't have that preacher in their lives that show them there's a right way to do things. There is a way to help people, not hurt people. And I think that's what this organization is all about. I had just become chief, and I was at a community meeting.
Okay.
And after the meeting, there was this little African-American woman who waited for me at the back of the room and said, "Chief, I need to talk to you." So I went there expecting, oh boy, I'm going to get it here.
Yeah.
She's mad about
Right,
something.
right,
And she said, "You know what you can give these kids, Chief?" And I'm thinking, well, maybe a kick in the butt, but,
Right,
whatever.
absolutely.
And she said, "No, you know what they need? They need hope." And that really, and that resonates to every kid everywhere. We need to give kids hope, that there's more in their lives. There's more than gangbanging. There's more than drug dealing. If you have an abusive father or a parent who drinks, and that's everywhere in that 3-county region, kids are victims of that.
Yeah.
We don't
They need
have,
to know that
right,
they don't have to follow that.
and they don't.
And it's okay.
That's why we need strong role models. We need big brothers, we need big sisters to show them that people do care about them.
Absolutely.
And when we're born, we don't have a whole lot to say about it. You're born and you don't get to say who your mom is, who your dad is, what zip code you're born in. Those are factors you have no control over. But what we can do is we can help those that are less fortunate than us.
Absolutely.
And I think once you start doing that, you catch it like a fever, and you love it. And if you can change, one child, you keep that child from jail, you go to college, or you teach that young boy or girl that people do love you, and we can make a difference for each other, and we should.
Now, I heard you say that you need. Look into that camera and invite anyone to come.
We really need the people of Grundy County, of Will County, of Kankakee County to help us. Financially is great, but everyone out there has a talent
Absolutely.
that they can give to big brothers and big sisters, and that talent is yourself.
Absolutely.
We are in desperate need of mentors and of big brothers, big sisters. So what we're asking, come on in. Let us interview you. Let us match you with someone. Make a difference in a child's life. That's what we're asking.
And they may find that they will really enjoy it.
I'm telling you they will enjoy it.
I know.
You're going to hear about our different programs coming up here, and my wonderful, wonderful staff.
Okay.
Cruz and Courtney are going to talk to you about the 2 different programs we have. I'm a mentor in the Mentor 2.0 program, which Courtney's going to talk about.
All right.
I mentor a young man from Joliet who wants to be a police officer.
Okay.
So what a natural fit for me.
Absolutely.
And I love it. And this program's not very time consuming. We do 1 email a week,
Oh,
and we
really?
meet in person once a month at Joliet Central. So,
Okay.
just a great program, and like I said, Courtney will get into the nuts and bolts of it, but and it makes you feel good. It really
Now,
does.
how long has this program been in existence?
It started last year
No
with
kidding.
just the sophomore class at Joliet West and Joliet Central, and this year is year 2.
Okay.
So now we have sophomores and juniors.
Wow.
So it's a very exciting time for us.
Wow, it is very, very exciting. So you go into the high schools and you mentor the sophomores and juniors, and not only that, a parent can bring a child in, or any guardian.
Yes, here we would love to get the children matched up with a big, as we
Okay.
call it.
All
And Chris
right.
will talk about that, but for
Okay.
right now, she'll tell you,
Yeah.
we're basically 100 bigs down. We've got 100 kids on our waiting list looking for someone to help them out.
You're kidding.
No, I'm
You're
not.
kidding. They have 100 children on their waiting list looking for you.
That's right, and that covers Grundy again, Will, and Kankakee County. So we'll take you. If you're out there, please come see us.
All right, so Mike, let's talk a little bit more about you and you're coming into the position. Obviously, you love doing what you're doing.
I do.
Actually, you were a big brother before you even became here as a big brother, and by just being a police officer and seeing the needs out there.
Right.
So I'm assuming that that's one of the things, big reasons that inspired you to take over this position, because the work is really not changed as much.
It really hasn't. I mean, when you think about it, our job then as a police officer,
Right.
it really is to help people.
Right.
It really is,
Right.
and that's what this job is about too.
Mhm.
And I saw it firsthand as a police officer. You can lock up kids,
Mhm.
and lock up adults, and sometimes that's needed. Don't get me wrong.
Well, that's true.
But what can we do to prevent it from getting to that stage, right?
Absolutely,
What if we can make the step to keep that kid from becoming a criminal,
yeah.
and from going the wrong way,
Absolutely.
from making that mistake?
Absolutely.
And maybe all it needs is someone like Julie Alexander to say, hey, we don't do things like that.
Absolutely.
That's not the way to do it. There is a way to live your life,
Right.
and there's a way to do things.
Absolutely.
And again, it's about having fun with the kid
Mhm.
and showing them that there's so much more out there. And you're in a bad situation now, or maybe you're not even in a bad situation. Maybe you just have a mom or a dad, and that's so hard to raise a kid, just with one parent
Right.
either way, and
Right.
they're just looking for a little help. And what I can't think of a better thing to do to be able to help a kid.
Okay, where do you see the future? What is your dreams and aspirations for the future of Big Brother, Big Sister?
I would love to see us active throughout Will County, Grundy County, and even Kankakee County.
Okay.
The need is out there, so we need to increase our staff,
Okay.
and we need to increase our mentors, and we need to increase our bigs.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the need is out there,
Mhm.
so we need to we've got the kids, we need the adults. Okay, does that make
Okay.
sense? So
You
yeah.
have the children and
Right.
you need the adults.
And there's so many more kids out there that we know we can serve.
Absolutely.
As a community, we need to give back.
What would be your total capacity, or there's no limit to the children that you serve?
Here's the problem. We have a very small staff at this
Mhm.
point,
Mhm.
and there's 100 on our waiting list.
Okay.
So, we're never gonna turn anyone down to be on our list,
Absolutely. Mhm.
but, keep coming, I guess, is what I'm gonna
Right,
say. And we're gonna, it's my job
Mhm.
to find the funding. It's my job to, beat the drum,
Well,
to get us,
speaking of funding,
get the mentors, and yeah.
speaking of funding, this is a non-for-profit organization.
Yes, it
is
is.
not?
Yes, it is.
So therefore, you can make donations to Big Brothers, Big
Big
Sisters?
Brothers Big Sisters of Will and Grundy County.
Okay, all right.
417 Taylor, if you want to send us something, or if you want to
Well,
stop
you all
by.
hear that, 417 Taylor Street, Joliet, Illinois. If you would like to donate, finance, your time, your talents, whatever is accepted to Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So please, they do an awesome job in the community, in the Will County, Grundy County, and
Kankakee County
and
as well.
Kankakee County. You're doing an excellent job with children. So Mike, let's talk about a little bit about, now this establishment has been here for how many years?
This building, I believe, I'm not sure.
Well,
exactly.
let me rephrase that. Big Brothers and Big Sisters has been around for how many years?
Over 100 years,
Oh,
but in
wow.
the Joliet one is well over 30 years.
No
So,
kidding.
yes.
Wow.
So.
Do you know who started it?
I'm not familiar with
Okay.
the exact history.
I'll
of
give
Big
you
Brothers
that
Big
because
Sisters.
you're
Yes.
new.
Exactly. It's a week on the job,
Okay,
so
all
yeah.
right, okay.
But
that's
all I
awesome.
can tell you is my
Yeah.
predecessor, Lisa Lass, really
Okay.
very proud of what Lisa did.
Okay,
She got the organization really out there in the public
Okay,
eye,
all
and we need to keep doing the
Okay.
same.
all right.
So.
Okay, well, Mike, I thank you so very much. I'm going to hear from your employees here about this wonderful, wonderful organization. Is there anything else that you would like to tell the public before we leave?
Just thank you, and please, if you find it in your hearts to, please be a big brother, be a mentor, help out, whether it's our organization here, help out in the city, help out in the area, do what you can to help others.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank you so much.
thank
Mike.
you, Julia.
All right, tell
Okay.
Melissa I said
I
hello.
will.
With
Thank
one
you.
of the employees of Big Brothers, Big Sisters. Her name is Cruz. I will not try to boggle up her last name, so tell us your last name, Cruz.
My last name is Arswaga.
Okay, Cruz Answaga. Did I do that right?
Yes, you
All right, I am getting good. Tell us a little bit about your position here and what you do. Mhm.
So I am the community-based program coordinator.
Okay.
I currently oversee the community
Okay.
program,
Okay.
which basically is serving children from the Will, Grundy, and Kankakee area.
Okay. Mhm.
Children are between the ages of 6 and 13.
Okay.
And so what I do is basically I do intake interviews with the children and with the mentors, potential mentors. A little bit about just, the mentor requirement is for them at least to be the age of 18,
Okay.
have been residents for a year. If they haven't been residents for a year, we do require at least a 6 months of employment in the
Okay, now
area.
this is a person that would be a mentor, right? Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
For them to have valid driver's license,
Mhm.
active, and insurance.
Okay.
And, just pay a one-time fee, $40 for the background.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Now, do you have enough mentors?
No, unfortunately, we currently have 70-plus children waiting to be matched.
Okay.
I would say the majority of our kids that are waiting are all males.
Okay,
So it is
right.
that male population that, we
Okay.
don't get enough
Okay,
volunteers.
so yes, they need males.
Yes.
Look into the camera and
Yes.
tell them you need
We need males.
Okay. Okay, and the males that you need, these are specifically for the children,
In the community-based program.
but, okay, in the, what's the age bracket again?
So between the age of 6 and 13.
Okay, 6 and
Yes.
13. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about your program and
Okay.
how long have you been here?
So I've been on and off with Big Brothers Big Sisters for 3 years.
Okay.
I'm about to actually meet my year here in about 2 months.
Wow, congratulations. Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
All right.
So just, one thing that we basically focus on is making sure that the mentor and the child are able to build a strong mentoring
Right.
relationship.
Right,
Um,
okay.
A lot of our kids come from different backgrounds.
Mhm.
There's not,
Mhm.
I can't say everyone comes from the same background,
Right.
but
Mhm.
the most common is children are coming, from either a single parent household,
Mhm. Mhm.
low income,
Right.
where either, one of the parental figures is not in their life.
Mhm.
Some of our children do have incarcerated
Okay.
guardians.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then, we do work with a population from the foster care system.
Okay, now do you have a a particular set of children that has both parents but just want to enter the program as well?
Yes, we
Okay.
definitely do. And a lot of it, just comes down to the
Mhm.
child still needing those, additional support
Right.
skills when it comes to, socializing with
Right.
other kids their
Right.
age,
Mhm.
just self-esteem,
Mhm.
especially if they're coming from, a household where they only speak Spanish, so
Right.
they need that additional support.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, we definitely do.
Oh, okay. And so tell us a little bit about more of your needs. What else do you guys need?
Or other than that, I mean, we definitely are always open to, donations.
Okay,
Donations get our
absolutely.
programs going.
Mhm.
Whether it is, with items, we have Christmas coming up, Thanksgiving coming up. A lot of our families do, come to us when it comes to their needs for food. Especially the winter's coming up. We do have, quite a few families that do ask for blankets and coats. So, I mean, any type of
Okay.
donation.
Oh, wait. Wow. And what inspired you to be a part of this program?
Growing up, I had mentors myself.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
I've always just been in the line of work of wanting to work with people directly.
All right. And so when you see these young people out here, and do you see the hopes and dreams and aspirations of them? Do a lot of these children have these dreams that you can see?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
One of their, we do interview the child as well as
Okay.
the parents.
Right.
So,
Okay. All right.
so during the child interview, one of the things we discuss a lot is, what are they hoping, that they will be when they grow up. We do ask them questions like, who would you like to meet?
Right.
What are your goals? So
Absolutely.
it's really, wonderful to see
Okay.
all those goals and aspirations that they have.
Absolutely. And you guys try to match them up with a person that is like their personality. How do you exactly go by matching up?
So the first thing that we do is we actually start by the location. One thing
Okay.
we want to make sure that we're ruling out is making sure that the mentor and the mentee live pretty close by together.
Oh, okay.
So that we can eliminate, down the
travel.
line,
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
someone, schedules and whatnot.
Right. Mhm.
So we base it off location first.
Okay.
Then after that, the mentor actually went through an interview process too. During their interview, they actually indicated, I want a child, I'd rather work with a child between the age of 10, 13.
Okay.
It's either 6 to 9, 10 to 13.
Okay.
Based on their preferences, we'll match them based on age.
Okay.
After that, we go a little bit more in depth in terms of, personalities and, just the activity level that they're in, interests, hobbies.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I like to say we're like a match.com.
Okay. And so, have you found that the majority of your matches are good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, one thing that oftentimes, even during orientation, I share with all of our potential mentors is that I do let them know, this is just a relationship like any other
Yes,
relationship.
absolutely.
There will be ups and there will be downs.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
ultimately, it's up to them to
Mhm.
work through it.
Absolutely.
Communication is the number one key to it all.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. If you happen to run across one that feels like, oh, well, this is not such a good match for me, be it the mentor or the mentee, do you change them, or what happens then?
So during that time, and again, with both parties, the parent
Yeah.
and the mentor, during
Uh-huh.
the interview, one of the reasons why they were accepted is because we definitely saw that potential partnership.
Okay.
So we do ask, that they give it another try and
Mhm.
try to come in.
Mhm.
Oftentimes, we will call our matches in
Mhm.
and we'll have a mediation meeting.
Okay.
We'll
Mhm.
discuss what's not working, what is working,
Mhm.
and then we'll work from there. If
Okay.
after, we've tried a couple things
Mhm.
and changed, things around and it still hasn't worked,
Mhm.
then at that point, we do go ahead and
Rematch.
change. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. That's awesome. So you're not turning anyone down, turning
No.
anyone away. You're finding a fit.
Yes.
Every puzzle has a piece, and
Yes.
you're going through the pieces until you get a puzzle piece that fit. That is so awesome. At this point in time, Cruz, I'd like for you to look into the camera and invite mentors. Bring them.
Yeah.
Tell them to come.
So, yes, again, as stated earlier, we are in need of male mentors. Female mentors we get of all the time, and we still welcome our female mentors. But at this time, we are currently 70 plus children waiting on our wait list for a male mentor. If you're interested, please do go on our website, bbbswillgrundy.org, or give us a call here at 815-723-2227.
Absolutely. And you heard it from Cruz. Go on the website, look at Big Brothers, Big Sisters. They're doing an awesome job. And if you can't be a mentor for whatever reason, you can still help with your donations. Am I not correct?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you. Now we are here with Courtney. And Courtney, what's your last name?
Shouts.
Courtney Shouts. And Courtney Shouts is another employee of Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And we're going to talk a little bit with Courtney about her position and what she does. But first of all, I'd like to find out about this event Courtney had yesterday. So Courtney, tell us a little bit about that event.
Sure. I am the program coordinator for the Mentor 2.0 program, which is dealing with Joliet Township High School, Joliet Central, and West. We just had our first event of this year, which was at West was yesterday, and Tuesday night was at Central.
Okay.
So it's where we have our matches meet each other once a month at the school in the cafeteria. We feed them dinner, and we have an event packet that they go along and do. So they meet each other, have conversations, talk about what's been going on, whether that's academic or personal, and then we have a curriculum set for them to talk about so that they can reach some goals. Because the ultimate program we have is to get them ready for college.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay, and so how did the event go?
It went great. We had a great turnout. A lot of matches came. It was a packed cafeteria.
Wow.
We do both of, I have a junior group that have been matched for a year, and then a brand new sophomore group.
Oh, wow.
So yesterday was the first time they got to meet each other. So it was really good to see them
Oh.
connecting since they've been emailing back and forth a couple times already.
Oh, wow. How long have you been here?
Sure. So as an employee, I will be 3 years in December.
Wow, okay.
Before that, I was an intern, and that's sort of how I got my job here. I went to Lewis University, and there was an opening. So it'll be about 4 years in December. So, I grew up sort of in the area, and as Cruz mentioned before, I've had tons of mentors in my life before. And the program that I run is really, close to the heart because I think sometimes students are lost on where their future is going to go, and I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Wow.
So I love that they have an extra person to really help them and guide them to get ready for college since they've already started off the Mentor 2.0 program for the first year last year. And I think the initial reaction was is when I go to the classroom, I'm with the students and I teach them sort of what they're going to write each week to their mentor. And there's a guided curriculum, an email portal that they use. And, my students were really not sure if they wanted to be in the program, not wanted to, who was a stranger I was emailing. And, you get a little bit sass back from students, especially sophomores in high school.
Absolutely.
I think the gratification was the very first event when they met their mentor. I had students who looked at that adult in the hand, gave them a handshake, and really appreciated them. They coming to the school at night to have a conversation with them, and the fact that someone was coming just for them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I thought that was amazing, and all my kids too at the end of the first year wrote an email to their mentor just thanking them for listening, being there, understanding them. So that was just awesome to hear that they really had a great connection and that they feel that they have someone in their corner.
Okay, is that one of the things that inspired you to do this? What actually inspired you to do this?
Well, the program, Mentor 2.0 is new to Big Brothers Big Sisters, and when it came on board, I thought that what was inspiring is that we finally got to reach a group of kids we couldn't. Typically, as Cruz mentioned, we mentor kids within 6 to 13, and now we're able to reach those high school students. So high school is such a crucial time because there's peer pressure, things going on, family structure, that this is the time where they truly need a mentor, need someone to help them out. So that was so inspiring that we were able to finally go and meet those students where we really needed them to. And I know how I was in high school, so I love being able to interact with them.
Absolutely, that is awesome. So tell us a little bit more about the program.
Sure. So our program is, we partnered up with a company called iMentor out of New York City. And they developed the curriculum and the program around college success. So we partnered up with them, and what it is that every week the mentee sends an email to their mentor about a topic, a lesson around college knowledge and developing some skills. So each week they send an email, the mentor reads it, and then they reply back.
Wow.
So they do that once a week, and then once a month there's an in-person event that happens at the school. It's from 5:30 to 7:30, and whichever school the student goes to, it happens. They're already assigned. There's 8 monthly events, so you get the summer off, you get winter break off, and so they get to see each other one-on-one. Dinner is served at the events. They get to see them. There's other pairs there, so it's not just them alone. So it's a lot of interacting back and forth. So those are the two things they have to do, and then they're matched till 3 years. So we match them sophomore year in high school until basically our hope is until they graduate high school so they can have a plan for college.
Okay. Now Cruz matches the littles.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you guys decipher your matches,
Sure.
or is it basically the same way?
It's a little different.
Okay.
So with the high schools, we actually get a random sample of the students, and
Okay.
then the parents decide whether they want to be in the program or not.
Mm-hmm.
Once they are, then they're assigned to the classroom that we go into, and we get them ready for the program, let them know what it's all about, get them ready. They fill out an online application, and then we do an interview with them as well. We also interview our mentors. They have to go through an orientation, and they have to go through the interview, the background check. Same thing as what Cruz mentioned. So a one-time fee, $40 for the background check, and then an interview, and they complete an online application as well. What's nice is that on our portal that we use, it helps us match in terms of academics, career, and interest.
Okay.
So we're able to sort of see which students would align, and then we're with the kids in school as well to make the best match, which I would say we've made some pretty good ones.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we're really excited about that because we've
Yeah.
had a lot of strong matches.
Yeah.
And with our first events happening of this school year just happening, I can see that we're going to have some great matches for this
And
year as well.
yeah, because I'm sitting here thinking as you're talking, wow, that would be awesome if you all that have businesses
Yes.
would match up with these high school children since they're, on their way to college, and oh wow, that would be awesome.
Yeah, all of our mentors are required to have some type of degree.
Okay.
We prefer bachelors, but that they are at least 21 years old,
Okay.
have at least a bachelor's degree, and then can attend the monthly events and email once a week.
Wow.
So it's not as much of a time commitment.
Right.
Yes, it's 3 years, but it's only 8 months, 8 times they meet their mentee a year, and then a weekly email.
Wow.
And you get the summers off. So it's not as much of a time commitment for those busy professionals. We've had a lot of large companies too that brought in a lot of people to help us. So that's what's great about being able to match them.
Absolutely. Look into that camera and tell them to come
Yes.
and match themselves up.
So we just matched our new group of sophomores, but we still are looking for mentors. Life happens and some of our mentors may drop out of the program, so we will always be taking in volunteers. So if you're looking for something to do and you have a degree and wanting to help a student get to college, this is the program for you. There's not a lot of time commitment and our students are eager to learn.
Absolutely. Okay, Courtney, tell us a little bit more about what you do here at Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Sure. So as I mentioned, I'm the program coordinator for the Mentor 2.0 program. I also supervise the other program coordinator, Beata, who does the sophomores. Something that we do, which is what I love, is we do go into the high school with the kids. So that's something I mentioned. We're in the classroom 2 days a week with them to get them ready for the emails and help them through the curriculum. We also provide pair support for all of our matches. So if our matches are having trouble emailing, if they can't make the events, anything along those lines, we're there to help them if they're having any troubles or if they want to share success stories or things like that.
Now, what high schools do you go into?
Sure, we're at Joliet Central and Joliet West High Schools.
All right. Joliet Central and Joliet West.
Yes.
And once again, for the public, what areas do you guys cover?
So we cover Will, Grundy, Kankakee, and Iroquois counties.
Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. So you go into the high schools, what, twice?
Twice a week. Tuesdays and Wednesdays we go in. We go in their advisory periods where we instruct them on what the prompt is going to be, what they're going to be talking about with their mentors,
Okay.
help them sort of respond, sort of pull answers out of them to help them understand where to come from. And then we get ready for the events too. Make sure that they're going to be attending the events.
Yes.
If they have any concerns with their mentor or things going on, we also help with, if they want to know anything about colleges or have any questions about that, we make sure that we make sure that we have them go to the right person for those questions.
And as I asked Cruz, as well as with the older littles and the younger littles, what if there's a match that doesn't quite match?
Sure.
What procedures do you take?
So the first thing we really want to do is find out what's the reasoning behind why is this match not working. And we want to make sure that we do everything we possibly can to either fix the match. But if it really isn't salvageable, then we will definitely rematch the student. The ultimate goal is when we match someone, it's for the benefits of the student.
Absolutely.
It's their future, it's what we want to do. And if they don't feel comfortable with that mentor, we'll close the match out and match them as soon as possible. And that's why we need more mentors to come in, so that we can keep on making sure that there's no student that doesn't have a mentor.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so now, when the schools apparently really open their doors, and tell us a little bit about that. How did you guys get connected with the schools?
Sure. So our past CEO, Lisa Lass, thought about what schools, and she ultimately thought about Sharon McCarthy, the superintendent, and she just had a dinner conversation and told her about how, we have this great program that would be great for the school because all the students at Joliet Township High School have a computer that they're assigned. So it's an easier way to communicate. And when she had the conversation, she goes, I really want to bring this program to your high school. And she goes, we're in because in our strategic plan, we want our students to have a one-on-one mentor. So from the beginning, she has been open armed. She's been fabulous to work with. She absolutely wanted the program in there, and we've had a great first year, and we think we're going to have a great next year, this year as well. So we're really excited.
I'd like for you to look into that camera and invite mentors.
Sure. So we still are looking for mentors that have a college degree and are at least 21 years old. So if you're interested in volunteering, we always are taking in volunteers. Like Cruz mentioned before, you can look us up on our website, which is bbbswillgrundy.org, and we're the program called Mentor 2.0. Or you can give us a call at 815-723-2227 and speak with either myself, Courtney Schaus, or Carrie at the front desk who can help you with any questions.
And how many children do you have on the waiting list for mentors?
So I think we only have about 2 or 3 that actually need some.
Okay.
But we always are taking in more mentors, and we'll be recruiting for the next year because every year we add another 100 students.
Okay, all right. And so what are the ages of the children, of the littles?
Sure. So we match all students are sophomores, so they're either 15 or 16 years old. And then we also do, like I had a mentor who couldn't make it to the second year, so we could match you with a junior who then would be 16 or 17.
Okay, all right.
But usually in the beginning of the year, they're all sophomore students who 15 or 16 is the age that they're at.
Okay, and the whole program starts off with children from what age to what age?
So they're matched with sophomore students, so 15 until they graduate high school, which is roughly around 18 years old.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, thank you very much.
No problem, thank you.
Okay.